Let's record. Let's definitely stick.
What did we just? What? Hang on. What? I'm so sorry. What?
We'll expel the tea to you.
For those who don't know, Alyx, don't worry.
We'll explain the whole situation, but it's kind of fucked up, man. Kind of fucked up.
Expose me, daddy.
So that's some hot, fresh tea. Thank you, ladies, gems, jelly spoons, etc., for tuning in to this, the 40th official episode of the Official Unofficial podcast.
I'll be 40.
As always, 40, this is it. We're almost in a midlife crisis.
I feel old.
Almost in a midlife crisis. But yeah, as always, it is the three amigos. You get me, Trollwithamole. We have Alyx, or Eloise Music, on YouTube.
I
love.
I love.
And we also have Captain Privilege of Fawk, Chronicles fame.
I like the wee gap in there. The privilege is all yours this evening.
Yeah, I was going to say Fawk Channel, and I was like, that's not right.
The Fawk Chan. It will soon to be Fawk, because me and Tech are going to do some rebranding. We're going to Chris Nolify it all. We're just going to simplify it. It's not going to be Captain Priv anymore. It's just going to be Priv. It's not going to be Grandmaster Tech anymore. It's just going to be Tech. It's going to be the Fawk of Chronicle. It's just going to be Fawk.
So it's basically going to be what everybody already calls you, but it's official.
Yeah, that's it.
That's fair.
More official than this podcast.
This is unofficial. That's why.
It is unofficial.
So how are we all doing? How's life?
It's.
You don't have to get deep if you don't want to.
No, I've been drunk all week, so I don't know is the answer.
It is a blur.
Student life. Genuinely, I've been drunk since Thursday.
Oh, that's good. Good, pal.
It's kind of lit.
Give that liver a good kicking. Give that liver a good education, a good higher education.
Yeah, I am currently still winning the Chunder chart, which I'm quite proud of.
That's nice.
But yeah, no, I've been to the beach.
So, sorry, when we say you're not getting past that, like you're just sweep it past it. There is a Chunder chart, okay? Does the Chunder chart actually consist of where and when people have chundered? Is that like a...
Or is it pure volume?
It's pure like the amount of times you've chundered.
Right, okay. That's bad, but okay.
And currently it's me and then Dan, who lives downstairs, and we are currently the winning people, but he's not beating me yet.
It's good to know that you can't hold your liquor as much, but at the same time it's probably not good that you drink it so fast or so much, or the golden sparkly one or the green sparkly one just makes you chunder. So, yeah. But anyway.
Oh, no, I was doing tequila the other day. That was fun.
Oh, no.
Tequila.
Me and tequila. Had some bad times.
Here's a pro tip, though. If you're ever drinking tequila, just forgo the salt, forgo the lime, all that shit. Do the tequila, then do a shot of pineapple juice.
You told me this before, but I forgot about it.
Mate, it changes your life. It's dangerous. We did that when we were in Cyprus for my wedding. We literally, that's the way we did tequila, and everybody was like,
"You got married in Cyprus?
This is dangerous." Oh yeah, man, it was lit. Would recommend to anyone get a wedding planner abroad. They sort everything. It's cheaper than get married here, and it's a holiday. It's fucking lit.
See, to be fair, I'm more interested in hearing the stories of Alyx chundering next time, and then going to our pals. Pineapple juice. Fuck, I forgot. Pineapple juice.
Honestly,
what are you talking about?
Cleanses. Because the amount of times that I've done a shot of tequila, I went, I don't feel good because that taste lingers. But the pineapple juice, it's like a cleanse. You do the tequila, you do the pineapple, and you're like, wait, did I just do a shot of tequila? You don't feel it. It's just.
It's not just the taste.
It's tasty.
It's the shame. You can't wash off shame.
I was out with my mate and he kept ordering shots, and I was like, can you stop ordering shots because I'm going to chunder? He's like, nah, mate, you're not going to chunder. You'll be fine. Just get him down, your mate. Like, you could do it. Yeah. And I was like, I'm actually going to fucking die. And then I fucking died.
Nice. Nice.
But yeah, it's been a nice week. I've been to the beach. I've been... I don't even know where I've been because it's been a weird week. But yeah, it's been a good time. How's yous?
Can't remember the last time I was at the beach. I'm doing alright. I'm doing pretty sweet. I'm still in a bit of a come down for last weekend. Well, it was actually 2 weekends ago. We done the late night patter.
Good
But it
podcast.
was so good, and I've literally spent the past fortnight getting my finger out and editing it, then re-editing it. I edited it out. I edited out certain phraseologies that I was then made aware of that I wasn't to edit out. So which I was like, okay then. So I had to go back to the doodling board with that one. I've recently upped my hours for my second jobby, and I've been getting up at 5:30 in the morning to get the boost into my full-time jobby. So
We
Fun.
love it.
yes, all about it. But last weekend there was pretty dull because 11 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock at night, I was eyes crossed, passing out. So Troll jumped into the Grants chat trying to get a game of Among Us on the go, and I think I fell asleep before he came in. Woke up to him being in the voice chat. I think I fell asleep before you started playing the game and woke up and went, oh hell no, I'm jumping into this voice chat before they've just got audible recordings of me snoring my arse off. Oh, hell no.
Is that why you just dipped randomly? Because we were like,
Oh,
where the
I
fuck did
did.
Prov go?
Yeah, I can't.
Where'd you go?
I was just sitting there like, and the worst of it is, see, they actually get up and go into bed. I turned
wakes you up.
sideways on the couch, stuffed my feet up the Mrs. Privilege's ass, and just like forcibly went to sleep on the couch, demanding that she not let me sleep on the couch, and still I woke up like 1 in the morning lying on the couch. Like, what the hell am I doing here? All right, I go to bed. But yeah, no, I'm in the dichotomy of saying things like yeah, no. So I'm kind of unsure. But I'm feeling a little better about things this week. Getting up at that time in the morning and getting the head down, getting stuff uploaded and sent off. And
Yeah, I found I keep getting up quite early, like 5:30, 6 o'clock, and I find it really like sets me up for the day.
yeah, it kind of sets me up, but at the same time, like folk have been coming, like, you look awfully fresh faced. I'm like, I didn't feel it. No, I didn't feel
No.
it. And then that at the weekend really upset me because like I woke up 5:30 on the Saturday. No choice, I'm all in the cats because I've been getting up at 5:30. We're like, right, we're up.
That's their new routine.
Wake the hell up.
Yeah.
And I just like I thought, sound, I'll get up, I'll do my stuff, I'll do my second jobby work and stuff, and I sat and started working away, and I was going cross-eyed. I didn't get like an hour's worth of work done, and I was like, I need to wake up now. I didn't struggle too much during the day, but I certainly, again, like on Sunday, I slept in a wee bit. I quite enjoyed that. That was good. But then we got plenty of work done that day. Got out and about and got stuff done. So yeah,
I've kind of forgotten who Sleep is. Like, I don't think I know her anymore.
She go.
Yeah, it's like,
She go.
I've all like I don't know. I feel kind of too busy about it because I was trying to get up early at the weekends anyway. But we were talking like 7:30, like maybe an hour later than I would normally get up. And I felt really good about that and really like proactive about that. But I think getting up at 5:30 on a Saturday maybe a bridge too far, like, you know, especially
Potentially.
I probably didn't get to sleep on the Friday till about 1:30 or something.
Aye.
So yeah. But other than that,
Smashed it.
can't complain. Well, I was complaining because we didn't get our dinner reservation on Saturday, but that's a whole other conversation.
Yes,
Yeah,
for
you
a
didn't get-
political podcast.
Yes, that's yes.
Troll, what have you been doing this week, bro?
Well, I started my night shift, and it's
yes.
it's fucking lit.
The
It's so
shite
good, man.
shift.
I'm loving it. Naturally I stay up to like 3-4. Like, see if I ever get like 2 weeks off, I'll naturally be up to like 3-4 anyway. So this kind of slots in very nicely. So it's like 7 o'clock now, three days a week, and then the rest off, which is it's kind of awesome. And with it being night shift, with it being quiet, means I can kind of do a mark. But then when it gets to that point in the night where it's like 40 minutes between having to do anything, I'm like, well, I'm just gonna do some other stuff. If you know what I mean, a little bit of Switch, a little bit of other stuff. It's pretty lit. It's pretty good.
I really
Dragon
hope your
Quest, so
boss
that-
doesn't listen to this.
Yeah, it's okay. I use a pseudonym. It's fine. They'll never find me. They'll never find me.
They'll never recognise my distinct voice.
Yeah.
Or see my face on any of my streams.
It's fine. I'll just. Is that other job I do? But yeah, it's pretty lit. I'm really enjoying it. It's good. It's weird though. I was off today, but I ended up staying up to like 7 last night because I just couldn't sleep. So I was in bed at like 4, and I was just tossing and turning. Like, well, I guess this is it. So then up today, I was like, I'll take care of the wee man, you know. And then it was like the wife came in at like 10:30. And I was like, yeah, no, that's not happening now. That'll be later today that I do that. Yeah, I need to. And I've just drifted off, so I'm gonna get a bit more sleep. Thanks. But yeah, it's been lit. I'm digging it.
Love it.
Well,
shall we spill the tea?
Have you been exposed to any darker sides of the night shift yet? I will say, like, that in all seriousness, don't do it for any more than 4 years. It's supposed to be really bad for your metabolism and shit.
Oh yeah. Supposedly it takes 2 years off your life if you work night shift permanently.
Yes, and speaking from experience, any more than 4 years probably will start to play with your mental health. It's just not for everybody. But that being said, it can drive you crazy. You can be exposed. Using the same segue there, that's not fair, is it? Yeah, exposure. Winner.
What are we exposing?
The rooster.
So,
the rooster's out.
Yes, the old Rooster Teeth family.
Oh,
so there's 2.
I've seen this.
Yeah, man, 2 big names
that?
from it.
You shouldn't be looking at that, Phil.
Yes,
No, that's not what I meant.
fucking-
As I meant, I know about this.
Yeah. It's good. So one of the bigger cast members from Funhouse and one of the kind of original, one of the very very first cast members from Achievement Hunter, have both been caught being very naughty boys. So Ryan has been basically caught cheating on his wife. See, the thing is, I've been reading up on it and I've done my homework. Adam has, yeah, he's been caught sending nudes, there's like 400.
I'm cheating as well.
Yep, there's like 450 photos of him just like getting it out, and then like he's got fucking butt plugs and shit in, man. It's mad.
No,
it's actually mad. Yeah, it's
No.
brutal.
No, mate.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? And I read it up. Now, apparently, it wasn't the person who was speaking to was catfishing him. Like somebody used like a webcam model's videos. And with Snapchat, no, that wasn't even Snapchat. It was through Instagram. On Instagram, sending them videos of this like cam model, and then basically he's sending nudes back and videos back. And he also, there's allegedly videos of him and his wife that he sent to this person that was catfishing him, and photos of him and his wife. And the act, yes, it's kind of fucked up. Yeah,
Oh,
so
mate.
he's the naughtiest boy. Ryan, there's only I only kind of seen one person's account of it. It was a 17-year-old at the time who apparently had told him that they were 18, whereas the is Alyx gone? Is Alyx still here?
I'm still
Yeah,
here.
Alyx back. You're back. So it went grey. I was like, what the fuck? But
No,
yeah,
you
so
went grey as
Ryan-
well.
Ah, we got that tape. Yeah, so basically Ryan got outed. I think it's because of the whole Adam Kovic thing that Ryan then got outed by someone who at the time was 17, met him at a convention, then they were chatting away. She told him that she was 18, so he was like, that's what it is if he's got a tweet up saying, I never did anything illegal. I want to state emphatically I did nothing illegal. It's like, well, almost. Receiving nudes from a minor and basically telling her that you're gonna pay for a fare to come over so she can, fuck he's a bit. So it's get across the line a little bit.
No, it was a minor.
It's true. That is true, but he does have a wife and kids. So he shouldn't be. Yeah, so it's literally it's these people in positions of power totally abusing their power.
Roosters shouldn't have teeth. Right, so
It's
for
true.
anyone who doesn't know, right, basically Rooster Teeth is like a network.
Yes. They're owned by
a
Warner
YouTube
Brothers now, I'm sure.
network.
Are
yeah,
they?
Oh, they're owned by like fucking Viacom above Warner Brothers above.
That's they get like DC comic deals and shit. Like see their merch. Sometimes they
it's
get Batman and
crazy
stuff in it. It's pretty lit.
But so what happened was there was like channels like Achievement Hunter and previously Inside Gaming and a few others kicking around, and Rooster Teeth was formed to basically conglomerate these channels, so to speak, into a network.
Rooster Teeth was the beginning. So Rooster Teeth was initially created by the guys because they wanted to have a company called Cockbite, but they couldn't call a company Cockbite and get taken seriously. So it was like, it started off as like Rooster Teeth, and if you've ever heard of Red versus Blue, it's a machinima on Halo, and that's like where they got big from. And from that they started doing other creative outlets. It's huge. Like they've been going for ages. They were actually formed on April Fool's Day. Which is fucking a dumb time to start a company, because then people are like, are you kidding on? It's like, no. This is when the company's
like,
born.
obviously my take on that is a wee bit skewed, but they more recently became more of a network.
Yeah.
Because they took all these other channels under a wing. Funhouse, Cow Chop, Sugar Pine 7, both of which have recently become defunct in the past year. Sugar Pine being one of the better of the few. Absolutely incredible guys, incredible channel, but almost the second it was taken over by Rooster Teeth, became this kind of video manufacturing thing. And you've seen that also kind of take its toll on Funhouse. We had a couple of the founding members leave. Probably well timed actually. Bruce and Lawrence last year, I think at the start of the year, made their departure, which was heartbreaking. I'm a huge Funhouse fan.
Oh, this is the reason why your name on this is Cap House.
Yes.
No.
That's going to be the biggest revelation tonight.
Yeah, we can change our names in this inside casting content. But yeah, so to find this out was really scummy and shitty, because Funhouse has certainly felt a little off lately. Since they lost Bruce, who was a founding member and a huge character in the show, and they lost Lawrence, it's taken its time to find its footing again. And then, of course, in the face of the time of COVID, it's really it's been harder for them to make those real connections and make that real kind of content that they're good at making. It's more, for me anyway, it's better in person. So for this then, I literally woke up in the morning, and I really need to stop doing this, by the way. This is the bane of my existence. Checking Twitter or Discord before I go to bed or just as I get up. Oh, hell no, it's a bad idea. And the first thing I seen was Adam Kovic's post about how he was leaving Funhouse for personal reasons to try and salvage his marriage, can only apologise to those who he's betrayed and upset and all XYZ. And I thought, what the hell is this? Can't reply to it. That seems kind of weird. Yep. Sure enough, hit up the hashtag Adam Kovic. And yeah, there was 400 nudes flying around. There were allegations of minors being involved, but there was no validity to those rumours. Partly that was started on 4chan. And yeah, the stuff I have heard is like some of this stuff was happening in the office. Like he was taking pictures and footage of himself doing certain things in the office, including but not limited to possibly even seminating on desks.
Yeah, so there was
that's gross.
Yeah, it was kind of fucked. So I had like a little pocket pussy, I suppose you'd call it.
Oh
like,
no!
Like no, Joe. It was fucked. I was I was looking through and just kind of going, "What the fuck, you savage! You actually in your workplace, in the fucking cubicles in the toilets, being like just at a meeting, like dribbles all over his belly, and you're like, nah, man, just go home. Like, go home to your wife, you fucking.
What is that?
Oh, that's just disgusting.
And that's so. One of the next tweets I'd seen like a day or two later was James Williams. Now, the real founding core members were James, Adam, and Bruce, who came
Awkward.
from Inside Gaming to Funhouse. And having lost Bruce, it was essentially James and Adam were the last two. But then, yeah, to see this sort of stuff. Now, I did see some sort of pushback that annoyed me. You know, your typical slightly right-leaning YouTubers, will call them, giving it the, well, last time I checked, cheating on your wife wasn't a fireable offence. Why are they being cancelled by Rooster Teeth? I was like, well, actually, they've left Rooster Teeth. And although cheating on your wife may not be a fireable offence, I'm pretty sure recording yourself jacking it in the toilets probably is. If not,
they
doing other
changed
stuff across the office.
They changed the not the terms of service, but they changed the community guidelines recently. There's I'd almost religiously listen to the Rooster Teeth podcast and Off Topic, which is the Achievement Hunter podcast. Though they did a whole episode after it's quite recently after Black Lives Matter, where they were talking about how people that weren't white men in Achievement Hunter basically just get bullied by the community. And they had they've got Fiona Nova, who is a black lesbian girl, who basically anytime she's in a video, she just gets slated because she's not male. Like, she doesn't play any of the GTA games because when she does, they're like, the fans send her death threats and shit because she's not good at it. It's fucked up. There was I can't remember the name of the person that was. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. And there was another cast member that was Achievement Hunter that kind of transitioned to a different part of Rooster Teeth because they were like, yeah, I can't handle this. I'm out. I can't deal with it. But basically, Jeff, it was Jeff, Matt, and Gus. Jeff, Matt, Gus. Was there anyone else? Joel, Bernie? There was 4 or 5 of them that started to begin with, but Jeff was one of the founders, and he basically he literally in the podcast is crying I fucking failed you all. My opinion was that we turn a blind eye to it, we don't feed the trolls and it'll stop. And it was no, actually by not stopping them or kind of kicking them out when they post the hateful shit, they're just growing and they find a place where it's okay for them to be like that. And you're allowing it.
I'd heard accusations of some sort of misogyny within the workplace and stuff, but I didn't pay enough attention to it because I'm not a huge Achievement Hunter or Rooster Teeth fan directly. And by that point, like I said, I'm still keep tabs on Funhouse. I still regularly do. It's one of the only pieces of content I do regularly check in on YouTube. But I felt kind of greasy about that as well because I was seeing more and more videos pop up like the downfall of Rooster Teeth, and I'd heard about Jeff crying his eyes out over that, so that it was kind of screwy. But I'd heard it was I'd misheard that it was the work environment itself.
I think they kind of glossed over that a little bit, where I think because not all of them felt it, not any of them did it about it. Fiona had spoke to a couple of people and they were kind of man, you just need to ignore it, and instead of getting behind her and going, no, we're going to get these fucking trolls out and kick them out, which is pretty shitty. But it's the way that I think it might just be as well. I mean, obviously this is speculation, but it could be the fact that it is a group of guys that do guy things, they throw fucking knives and swords and shit about, and they get the amount of hentai and stuff they get sent that they put up the walls and shit. It's crazy. So it might be different as a woman to kind of be no, I can't stop, or what the fuck's going on? This isn't right. But yeah, it's kind of they've took a kind of a rougher approach to being nah, fucking stop it or you're out. Don't be hateful. Sending death threats to cast members. That's
I mean, I think that's an obvious failure in leadership there. That they should.
Yeah.
They will easily have any number of people wanting to mod their community. So why haven't they taken advantage of that? There's no excuse and no reason why they couldn't have got a hold of mods and went, right, see these arseholes making death and rape threats, get them and get them to buggery and get their details and hand them out to the police. Because there's absolutely no justification for that. It's something I don't hear a lot about in Funhouse, whereas what they tend to do is play directly within their audience and their community. And I think, I'm just guessing here, but based on the fact they literally do videos on their commentary and stuff, and I've been in and out of the Reddit, it is quite for lack of a better term, a safe space, I think. And yet they are still very sexual, very edgy with the comedy jokes. They take the they take the line of like no jokes too far, type thing, or nothing's too soon and nothing's too sensitive. But obviously they take it, with a pinch of salt. They adapt themselves for YouTube, and they're certainly not out here dropping N-bombs or anything daft like that. But it's just a really difficult one to gauge. But I mean, that aside, it still comes down to like this is an inevitable downfall. This is like the fall of Rome kind of thing. This is one of the biggest, well, probably one of the more successful YouTube conglomerates or network creators.
They've done it very well for the beginning, because they've always had their own space. So they've got their YouTube versions of like podcasts and their content they put out, and then they've got their own website where they've got first members and they've got their actual community there, which is that's the right way to do it, man, because YouTube censors so much stuff and it demonetizes you for dumb shit, and you're like, what's the point in that? So they're always going to have that, but yeah, it's mad. And the thing with like Ryan from Achievement Hunter is like, it happened years ago, and it's like, how many times has he done that and taken advantage of literally like people that look up to him and adore him? It's kind of mental.
Well, like, I mean, the other thing as well, I'm kind of I shouldn't use this word, but I'm intrigued, shall we say, I'll use that term, to see whether or not the rest of Funhouse are going to lead into this. I think they might not, for the sake of Adam's, I'm pretty sure, wife. Yeah. Because as far as I was aware, I think they have worked directly with Jess, or she's certainly helped them with stuff in the past, or been part of community-based stuff that they've done. And even in the latter episodes this year, with him being filming in their house, in the back office, she's in like tons of the videos to the side, bro. So it's like, James, that one of the guys in Funhouse did post like a day or two later, I started to say earlier about how he felt betrayed. He genuinely felt quite betrayed and upset, and could be quite worried how he was genuinely feeling. And I'm also kind of like weirded out and disgusted for the girls, because you imagine like just if he has been at that on desks and stuff. Yeah. Bro, you work there, man. People need work there. Like, you may all romanticize being like taken on your work desk or what have you, but geez, you still clean up after us? No. Adam, no, why, bro? Yeah, Adam. He's kind of fucked it. Well, it's kind of on par, because traditionally, any gameplay or game that they did play, he would break. So technically, he's broke the game. Yeah, he's gone out of the parameters of the game. He's marriage is a game to him now. I think it's really funny like that, because like I don't know how you personally feel, but to me it's like that level of commitment is still somewhat sacred even in this day. When you decide to spend your life together, you're a fucking adult. Have the balls to turn around and say, look, this ain't working for me, I want to go do something else, and deal with those consequences. Don't be sitting cheating for years, getting catfished, and having 400 nudes collected. Do you know what the thing is as well, right? It wasn't even... That's purely kink, and that is an addiction, an affliction. It was over Instagram, and he had multiple different Finstas. What's a Finsta? So a Finsta is a fake Insta, where it's like it basically it's like a secret Insta. Celebrities tend to use them, so you get like a second Insta, so you can like, enjoy Instagram without being fucking. What's the point? Basically, imagine you go on Instagram and you are popular as fuck, and you've just got constant notifications going off constantly. You can't do it because everything's popping off. If you log in your Finsta, no notifications, and you can browse at leisure. Nobody knows what you're going on. Nobody knows what you're liking. You're not getting scrutinised. It's a bit of privacy. But yeah, there was like 2 different accounts, and the photos. It's private. You're not going to have your nudes leaked though. You'd think.
But yeah,
especially if you can still see your face, you're showing you and your wife having sex. Like,
Yeah.
what is that?
with
bro?
identifying tattoos and shit showing.
And, like in the
So fucked,
workplace
man.
when you film your
Oh.
YouTube video, bro.
That's yeah. It's just
Wow.
fucked.
Well, we shouldn't laugh. We shouldn't laugh. I genuinely.
I feel shit for his wife because his wife's just like
Yeah.
she's an innocent bystander who's just had her whole life
I liked
fucked.
what she done though. Did you just see? Well, seeing as how y'all ain't gonna stop atting me over this shit, perfect time to plug my merch. It's like she's got some like merch deal or some sort of clothing line that she's been working on. So
Fucking do it. Yeah,
like,
that's
pinned
lit.
that to her Twitter. Like, might as well promote this. Seeing as how y'all ain't gonna stop coming and seeing what I'm gonna say. You know, like. More power to you, sweetheart, because you deserve better. You certainly deserve better. But then that is confusing as well. So if he was sending videos of them, like, was she in on this? Did she know about this?
I don't think she was okay with him sending them to people.
Yeah, I think that there's been talk of chat logs confirming that he was cheating. Cheating. Or he thought he was cheating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about chat logs or read any chat logs or anything, but it's one of those ones where there's not a hub to find all the info. It's like spread out. You have to dig to find anything. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Just like, I'll have to dig to find that wank material. Right,
Jesus.
What's your take on this? Come on, get some hot, spicy takes here. The sanctity of marriage, yay or nay?
My take on all these things, always, is just don't be a dickhead. That's the rules, isn't it? But no, the sanctity of marriage in my eyes is a fucking. When you get married, don't fucking shag other people.
Yeah.
Or send news to other people. Or do anything. Just don't be a dickhead. Yeah, especially people that may or may not be 17.
Especially people who may or may not be who they say they are. Period.
Yeah, that's the thing about the internet. Like, you can get catfished so easily.
You cheated with someone who may not even be real.
Yeah.
What does that say to your partner? How thick are you? That's next level. Like, you were just so like you weren't even thinking. That's so
man. If you've got that's because it goes to anybody. If you've got the urge to get out and bang someone else, just end it. End your relationship first.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to have. Yeah, you don't want to have the blurred lines where, you know, you're like, I mean, we were about to finish. Like, but were you finished or were you about to finish? Because if you were about to finish, you're a piece of shit. If you were finished,
I think we need to stop saying finishing because, you know.
Well, that's kind of what caused this, isn't it?
Well, like I say though, I genuinely like. Part of me wants to see, like, any time a joke like this comes up, them just referencing Adam, but I don't know if they will. And there's a bit of me that's kind of annoyed about that because
he's a piece of shit.
Quite controversially, we're making some right nasty, not nasty's maybe not the word. Some very distasteful jokes about Carrie Fisher, like fucking the week of her death. And the fans were quite rightfully kind of like, well, hold on here. Whereas they push back and were like, look, we've always made it abundantly clear, nothing's too soon. You know, as if it's funny now, it's going to be funny later. Just relax. You know, we were huge fans. I'm sure she would have laughed. They explained it better than I did, and it kind of, you know, although you can agree with them in context or in principle, it was still a bit of a bitter pill to swallow, so to speak.
Yeah, it's quite a faux pas.
So I hope they have the balls to go straight in on this, and at any given chance, maybe take a little jibe or a little jab at them, but I think they might, for lack of a better term, shite bag out of it for the sake of Jess.
It makes them look bad as well, though. Yeah, one of our cast members was cheating on his wife, sending nudes from the office to randoms. So that does look pretty bad on them, the fact that nobody noticed it.
I should laugh. That's terrible.
I think the Ryan, from what I've seen, the Ryan one seems worse because this looks as though it was just with the one person. Ryan, it seemed as though he was going to conventions, meeting people, and then chatting to them. There's like a 10-minute
so
video
there was
of
like a power dynamic there, like you're saying, like he was
taking
genuinely...
advantage his position, his power, which is
so this is like
up.
a Weinstein #MeToo movement.
Kind of is, yeah.
Type thing.
I would not be surprised if there's quite a few other people come out and say, "Yeah, man."
Well, this is interesting. Do you think he could come back for this?
Nah, not in front of the camera. Not a chance.
Well, famously, one of the guys from What Culture Wrestling, or What Culture, for those who don't know, is a big British YouTube that's splintered off into several other things. What Culture Wrestling, What Culture this, What Culture that, with your kind of generic commentary videos.
Thanks, Brev.
But they'd like assembled a half decent cast of people, and there was a guy called Adam Blampied. Don't ask
those
me how
fucking
to spell that.
Adams, man.
Yeah, actually, hold on. Oh, you're onto something. And he had been outed during the #MeToo as being he wasn't. I don't think he was cheating. I think he was single, but he was certainly using his fame as a way of trying to coerce some action out of it.
Sexual favours.
For lack of a
better
term.
That's so cringe.
Yeah.
Oh.
And he was it's gross. Like Jake Kirby, you make wrestling videos on YouTube. Like, not even wrestling in them. You just talk about wrestling. Like, so when this all came out, he put the hands up to it, he admitted to it all, and basically said, I'm going to go away and work on myself and try and do better. Now, however many months passed by, in fact, it was worse timing because he just started another company. He'd left What Culture to start another channel, him and some of the more elites from What Culture. And as soon as that happened, that's when he got #MeToo. So he disappeared for a few months, probably about half a year, but has now returned and is doing regular quiz stuff. And it seemed to have Louis C.K'd it, man. He seems to have managed to weather the storm somewhat.
I think it's different, though, when you're a single guy trying to use, the fact that you've got a decent job and the fact that you are quote unquote famous to get girls, because that's no different than a man showing up in a Lambo and be like, oh hey hen, how you doing, and talk to get out his window and women going up.
No, but it's the power dynamic, isn't it?
It is a power dynamic, definitely, but it's the same thing with a very rich man. That's a power dynamic in itself
rappers too. Or rich. Well, like I think like the difference, I think the line kind of gets drawn somewhere between. It's one thing being like, hey baby, I'm famous, how about it? Another thing being like, oh, have you seen my brand? But oh, what's that? You want to be a famous YouTuber? Like, this was like along the lines of the Louis C.K. stuff, where he was coercing young female comedians.
Did Louis C.K. not just get his cock out and calling people, though?
No, well, yeah, but what he was doing was he was convincing young lassie comedians to come back to his hotel room. Pretty much implying to them that he was going to try and work with them or give them some sort of gig.
In my mind, it depends if you're going, hi, I'm famous and rich and I can do things for you, so fuck me, or or you're really hot, I kind of want to fuck you, oh, by the way, I'm famous.
Yeah, are you soliciting favours? Are you literally prostituting your brand? And at the same time, that's one thing. If two consenting adults want to do that,
absolutely,
it's kind of gross. But if that's what they want to do and they both benefit from it and they're happy with that, fair dues. But for then potentially people to use that as leverage to get sex and then not provide,
Well, I think it's totally
upon terms. But then is that them just spitting the W tit out? I don't know.
I think it's totally different for the What Culture guy than it is for Ryan and Adam, because Ryan and Adam were invested in the community. They seemed like family men, and then it comes out it's like, oh no, they're actually cheating cunts, and one of them was sending nudes to a 17-year-old. Don't get me wrong, he didn't know, but he was still sending nudes to someone. Even then, I think she told him she was 18. Which is still, for his age, as a married man with kids, shouldn't be.
It's still fucked up, regardless.
Yeah, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the power dynamic definitely comes in there, because I'd watched the 10-minute video that the girl talking about it. It was like, yeah, like if you were like one of the chosen ones. There was like communities and stuff where you'd be in and be like, oh man, I get attention. And then you're treated like a mad god, made into a mod and shit, and you get all this like extra power in that community just because it's like, yeah, Ryan Snapchats me. Yeah. Look, here's the proof. I've got a Snapchat from him chatting to me. It's like, oh shit.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's like a whole another kind of fucked up facet of it.
Yeah, I think there's levels as well. Like you're creating a weird precedent when you're doing that sort of stuff as well. You know what I mean? Like I know, like Jake Paul had this sort of thing going on. One of his exes had came out and did a whole exposed video on that, where he was basically getting influencers in, having sex with them, implying that he was going to get them onto his Team 10 type setup, and it was literally just to have sex with them.
It's
and
just
then
disgusting.
Later on,
it's disgusting.
With the Fed raid on his ex-pimp part-time manager friend was doing exactly that through the Instagram account. And again, like, you're setting a kind of precedent here where these young lassies think that maybe that is just part of the business. I mean, look at what happened with Weinstein. Yeah. Look at what has happened to Hollywood. It's a cesspit, and has been a cesspit, and probably still is a cesspit.
People are more careful.
You know, but like, we could say, oh, you maybe shouldn't, or you know, you need to walk away. But like, what else can these poor women do? I mean, yeah, okay, they could walk away, but if there is no other way to get into this position, and it is their lifelong dream, what kind of standards are we setting? What kind of message is that sending? You know?
The message is, it's not what you know, it's who you blow. End of.
Yeah. And that's a sad and horrible one to post. And that's why I think, like, I had to kind of read James's message, his Twitter message, a couple of times. I thought, what do you mean you feel betrayed? But then I thought, well, no, yeah, you would feel betrayed.
Yeah, you've totally just shit all over the image of my
this
livelihood.
Is your brand. This is what you guys have worked really hard to create, this community, and to find out that you've been abusing that privilege is pretty scummy. Like, yeah, I can easily see that as a...
Adam and Ryan should each buy a van and become men within.
Men with Ben.
That was a Peep Show reference, Priv.
I got it. I just but
yeah,
you know. I did a Peep Show reference in real life the other day. I did one in real life, and someone got it. They understood it. I was like, yes, we could be friends.
Peep Show is legit.
Cut to Alyx. It sounds like, yes, we're going to be friends now. Cut to Random's eyes, like, okay, pal, it was just a funny joke. Leave me alone. Oh God.
No, uni is weird, man, because like you meet people. I've only been here a month, right? And you feel like you've known these people for like 4 years, and it's so weird. Because you're like...
That's probably just you're all literally locked down into the building.
It's genuinely mental. Like, you feel like you've known these people for ages, and you make friends like at the drop of a hat. Like, you just kind of go, oh, you like this thing, I like this thing, oh, cool, pals. It's so weird.
Friends for life. Let's start a YouTube channel, and then years down the line you can betray me somehow by getting catfished.
You can ruin it all. Fucking balls.
Well, is there anything else that's been on the tip of our tongues or?
I put a song out. I put a song out on Friday. It was pretty lit. Quite like it.
Yeah.
And me and someone that I've met at uni, we're doing a 3-song EP, which is pretty cool. Loving it.
That's lit.
That we've been writing and recording and stuff. I'm in a band.
Nice.
Wow.
Who went back with the band?
Okay, like, hold on, right? Okay, now you're piquing my interest here.
Yeah, no, it's really fucking cool. So essentially, a couple of my mates, they have to do, they call it an ensemble module, and you have to create a band. And so we're now a band.
What is the name?
That's
we actually don't have a name yet. We're trying to decide, but we've only rehearsed once.
It's gonna be like Alyx and the Pussycats or some shit. You know, it's gonna be like Alyx and the Sisters.
We were joking about calling it Boogie Wonderland because, right, so me and one of the lads, we have a joke where the other lads are Christian.
Nice.
And so we were in the pub the other day and we were like, right, Dan, listen up. If Boogie Wonderland comes on in this pub, we will convert to Christianity. And so we're kind of half joking about calling it Boogie Wonderland. It didn't come on. I didn't have to convert.
I'm glad you clarified that, you know, just in case. Alyx and the Unidentifieds.
I did say to them about calling it the Unidentifieds, but they didn't get the jokes. So.
Yeah.
Aww.
It's when you say it and then they're like, oh, okay, and you're like, you have to be there.
Yeah, you have to be there, bro.
You have to be there.
They keep joking. The other joke that's going around is we're going to call it click, clap, woo, because that's one of my tics, and whenever I do it, I do it, they do it. Ooh, woo.
It's not really going to be fair. How are you going to introduce yourself on stage without doing the actual tick?
That's what's funny. So they do it.
That's a great intro.
They do it whenever I do it. So if I'm sat there in the pub and whatever, and it goes off, then they both do it as well. So that it looks like we're playing some stupid game, which is really nice.
No, that'd be a bright way. You just go up to Mike, you go, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. It's a beautiful night. Happy to have you. We are. That is the always doing it at once. But we are one. Brilliant. I love that.
We love it.
No. Well, is this the new way of clapping? I don't know. I don't keep up with you kids.
Did you know that there's a thing? So at uni, you're not meant to clap. You're meant to like wave your hands because it's like less sensory.
Oh God, has it gone to jazz hands? I know it was the clicking of the fingers, but it's gone to jazz hands now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
wave your hands.
It's because it's the sign language equivalent to clapping, so it's more inclusive.
And also, it's better for like people with autism and stuff like that. No sensory overload.
Nice.
I'm sorry, I can imagine being my age and just sitting in a uni class and randomly everyone just sticks their hands up and starts waving. I'm like, what the fuck? What has happened? Pod people. What am I missing here? Is this some kind of Darren Brown experiment?
I went to a, what was it? It was uni bingo night, right? We love it. And we got given, instead of like shouting bingo or whatever, we got given like these like sticks that glow, and if you won, then you had to like wave the stick in the air. It was a good time.
Okay.
Right,
I'll take your word for it. Instead of shouting bingo, set off poor epileptic Billy's.
That's what I
senses.
thought. That's what I thought. I was like, because we were looking like into the tubes, because the tubes are hollow, but they've got like lights at the end, and we were looking into it, and we're like, this is like better than drugs, bro. Not that I do drugs, Dad, if you're listening.
Never. Never ever.
Man, uni actually just sounds so surreal right now. Like, how are you actually handling all this, like, staying but didn't stay in, but kind of half staying, but you need to pay for your accommodation, but we're making you day all the classes, half the classes for inside it, but
I just do what I want, and then if I get told off, I get told off.
Yeah, it's better to ask forgiveness than permission, man.
Exactly. So technically, like, we're not meant to go to the beach or anything together because that's not socially distanced.
Beach.
But we were like, well, fuck it. What are they going to do?
You're not allowed to go to the beach? What?
No. So technically, it's because... So most of my mates don't live in my building. Most of them don't live in my building. And so, like, we can go and sit in the Students' Union until 10 p.m. drinking, right? But if then my mates come here and we sit outside, that's not allowed. So we just do it anyway.
Yeah, it's all a bit dumb. Like so we've had someone we know has come down with old vid.
Oh
so
shit!
We're looking up Well, not me personally. The wife knows him. But we were looking at the news, and she was like, "Yeah, she's like, I've been into contact with him in like the past couple of days before they get the result." And I was looking at it. It was like on the NHS official website. Their advice, right, is if you haven't been contacted by Track and Trace, no, you're absolutely fine. Don't need to self-isolate. Just keep going about. No, I was with someone who is confirmed to have they have a positive test, and I was within 2 meters of them for more than 15 minutes. It's like, nah, we haven't. Daddy hasn't told you to self-isolate, so don't self-isolate. It's like, fuck you.
We've got some vid in my building.
What?
Someone in my building has the vid.
Real vid.
What?
Which is nice. They're isolating. The whole flat's isolating.
Video killed the high street.
Video killed the high street.
Yes.
But yeah, it's a weird time, man. It's fucking strange.
It's kind of mad. It's quite mad things.
I noticed when I went to a certain restaurant that wasn't supposed to be open during the weekend, that they had a QR code.
Yeah.
You need to scan that now.
Of course, good responsible citizen that I am. I scanned the code and sat in to have my meal and watched several people walk by and not scan the QR code and still get fucking served, even though it said on the thing that you wouldn't get served if you didn't scan it. Then young lassie came up and basically started indicating to people, here, you need to scan the QR code. I thought, right, okay, just a momentary lapse, it's all right. She then went back to clearing tables where another 3, 4, 5 people went by without scanning the QR code. I thought, what the hell's the point? What is the point?
I went in a cathedral today and there was a QR code in the cathedral for the vid.
That's legit.
I thought young Catholic schoolboys weren't at risk.
Oh, wow.
From COVID.
From the vid, not from the priests.
No, they are. They definitely are. On that note, fellas, I think that's as good a time as any to call it. Anything else you want to pop in, jump off, chat shit about?
I love yous.
I love you too.
I'll be late night patter in 2-3 weeks time with Barcher, with the Scots famous, UK famous Barcher.
We love it.
I'm trying to work on some video ideas to rip the piss at them, but keep them happy and not try and cancel me. Good.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Yes. Cancel me, Daddy. But yeah, thanks for listening as always. Hope you have a wonderful week. Yeah, we're recording this on the Monday, so it's going to go out a little bit later.
Sorry, Glenn. We love you.
Totally.
Oh yeah, fucking shout out from my boy. But yeah, it's probably going to be a little bit over the place for the next kind of couple of weeks until we
get it sorted,
official place, etc., etc. But you know what? You're just gonna have to fucking deal with it. So.
Oh, I might be back in Scotland for a week soon, so maybe nice. Live one, maybe.
Potentially.
If we can find somewhere to do it. Yeah.
Potentially.
And the secret location again, but that might be breaking the law.
That's true. That's true.
We don't break the law. We bend the rules a little tiny bit.
Yeah, we change the law.
I like that.
We interpret the law differently.
In a tent out the back garden.
Yes.
All right.
in the middle of winter. Yes. But yep, thanks for joining. Have a lovely day, night, week, whatever it may be, wherever you are. XOXO Gossip Girl.
Bye. Bye.